as you're finishing up your final exam, what you guys need to make sure to do is you need to make sure you're getting rid of 3 slides. 1, 2, and 8. You will not need any of those 3 slides. I don't want to see them left in your portfolio. So please make sure that you do delete them. You can hit the delete here, you can right click, and you can just delete the slide. After those are done, again, you'll see it happen right here. I'm deleting those slides. The last slide is the finish slide, and that actually tells you how to copy and paste to the P drive. You can take a look at that for additional help. Once you are done, again, right click and delete that slide. I should only see 5 slides. You can have more. I do have some students that are actually adding extra slides on the end with just some examples of some of the work that they've done that maybe they couldn't include in the other slides. It doesn't necessarily need a dialogue in there. You don't necessarily need to put a text box, but you are welcome to. So please make sure that you have everything filled out. You delete the things that don't need to be there like that. And that you take a look at the design like we've spoken about. Having it plain will get you a passing grade, of course. But if you do have time to actually pull up the design aspect of it and really customize it to make it something that looks really nice, I really want to recommend that you do so. Okay? Make sure everything is still readable. This gray text is not readable, so I might need to actually change that out to black, for example. Okay? So when you are all done, you're going to File, Save As. You're going to make sure that it is in your H drive. You should see a Browse folder, and that Browse could be over here, it could be over here. In that Browse folder, you're going to go ahead and find your own personal H drive, and the H drive will have your ID number with a $sign, and then at the end it'll usually have an H. When you select that, I want you to remove blank from the actual name of the file, and please put your first and your last name in there. Again, please type your first and last name. Please do not put first and last. So you're going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to go ahead and notice I'm going to put it in my 2016-17 folder for graphic design, for example, or whatever class you might be in. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. At this stage, I close down on PowerPoint. Again, if you're saving through PowerPoint, you are doing it incorrectly, which means you will get a 0 file, which will be awful. 0 file means I have nothing to grade, which results in a 0. You're going to come to the bottom. You're going to go to your little Windows File Explorer. That's going to open up this little dialog box, and you're going to go ahead back to your H drive, find exactly where you left your folder with your portfolio in there. Right-click Copy. I've now copied that file. It's already renamed. If you forgot to rename it even until this point, please rename it now. Then you right-click and copy it. You're going to go ahead then and go to the P drive, Classes, Glaze, Student Dropbox now for your particular class period. In this case, it's period 2. You will find a final exam portfolio folder. You're going to right-click and you're going to paste. Now, as a safeguard, there's a couple of things I want you to be aware of, looking out for. Number 1, your file size. If you don't have a file size showing, you could change your view. It's down here for me, up here for you guys on your laptops probably. You want to make sure you have a file size showing. Mine is a small file because I don't have any photographs in mine yet. You will find that some will be larger files because they have photographs and they have additional layers of things happening in there. So that is perfectly fine. Red warning flag if it says 0. If it says 0, that means that you did an incorrect save. Most likely you saved from PowerPoint itself, and it looks like you've got a file there, but when I try to open it, it is actually an error message. If you see a 0 file, please find someone who has one of those files already saved and say, hey, can you help me do this properly? Or rewatch this video, or ask me, of course. So you want to make sure that you use all that. Also, last thing, if you see a little black arrow next to the little icon, and you hover over the top and it says a shortcut, once again, you did it incorrectly. You need to make sure to redo it the correct way. You cannot delete from the P drive, so please be aware you cannot delete from the P drive. You're going to have to drop in a new file, and then when I see you the next time, you can ask me to remove that old file from there for you. So again, those are the steps you need to save properly to the P drive. Any student, a couple of my classes have iPad access. Some of you have put your portfolios in Keynote. If you chose Keynote, you can please email me. Please email me your presentation from Keynote, and then be ready on the final exam day to airdrop it to me directly. Please note, any file that is not here on the day of your final exam is not going to be able to be turned in. You have to have it here on your exam day at your scheduled exam time to be turned in properly. Please don't come in and say, my iPad has no battery, I left it at home, it's not charged, etc. You are fully responsible for making sure that you take care of this. It's as if you left your essay, your written essay or your typed essay at home, or you saved the file but you left the flash drive at home. You need to make sure you are accountable for your work. So again, my advice for you is to have it saved in that folder no later than Friday, so that you can make sure that it's here, it's safe, and it's ready to go. No one else can delete it. No one has access to be able to delete these files. So definitely make sure you are very careful about that. Do a great job. Please email me if you have any questions so that I can help you. Please stop by and see me if you have any questions so I can help you. So please make sure to do a great job. Make sure not to save it before you know you are done and before you know you did a really good job, because I want to make sure you get the best grade possible. And do some great work, you guys. Bye-bye.